There's a place I find
Coming out and leaking are two different things.
Wow.
Well, so
18 months ago, we purchased a hurricane-damaged sailboat with the dream of sailing her around the world. We started documenting this adventure each week for all of our family and friends to follow along. Since then, we've been learning, laughing, and working harder than we ever have in our lives to make this dream come true. Thanks for joining our adventure. Today's project: rebed the forward hatch. The lens finally cracked where it had been crazing, but we suspected that there's also water coming from underneath the frame. So we decided it needed to be pulled up and rebed. Little did we know that instead of the straightforward project we were expecting, we were opening Pandora's box.
the question is, was this bedded with Satan's glue? As they're starting to call it, or call it online.
Well, if I was betting this, I might bet it was Satan's glue. I don't want it to come out.
You don't want it to leak. Coming out and leaking are two different things. Patience. Patience. With this kind of stuff, you just got to get it started. Gentle, easy pressure, because you don't want to bend the frame. And often you can hear it starting to release.
Wow.
Well, so I guess there is some bedding on there. Most of it released from this.
What is that?
Insulation.
Insulation.
That looks like that's a chunk of epoxy that was filling
A hole?
that corner that was repaired, wasn't repaired very well. So I'll bet you there was water ingress right there.
Yep.
But that sucker right there is barely. And that right there is barely, and look at that, where that water can come in right there. So
This is why we need to take all of them off, isn't it?
yeah, probably.
I mean, look at how wet that is. And gross.
I mean, look at that. That right there is just, that whole corner has come loose. Look at that.
You know, it looks like the hatch used to be different shape. And when they replaced the hatch, they had to fill it in. Having seen this disaster, there was no going back. We set to digging out the wet foam and broken epoxy and figured we'd better look at all of the hatches. One of our boatyard neighbors really likes classic rock, so that's what we listen to all day, every day. But I guess it could be worse.
Corners are still bad. Same problem in the corner. You know? It looks like those are where the screws were that were holding it in.
So they weren't holding anything in anymore.
Well, you know, I think the builder left us a message, an apology. Look. So if we get rid of all of this garbage here, and then we just end up doing it the right way, to fiberglass it in to make it smaller. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, we can't leave it like this.
No, I can't leave that crap.
I don't know if you can hear anything over that music.
Sure.
I can hear all kinds of stuff over that music. I can hear you breathing. I can hear the air conditioner running. I can hear the flags in the breeze. Oh.
I'm just not strong
Not to slam it too hard. Keep working at it gently.
So all 3 large hatch openings need to be rebuilt. The first step is to clean all this junk out. Then we'll figure out what we're going to do next.
Let's go open the boat.
Okay.
Since it's raining, we're not working at the boat today. But as we're ordering supplies to repair the hatches, we realized we needed some measurements. Turns out it's a good thing that Liberty and Todd made this trip over to the boat.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got a problem. Not holding very well. That one's holding good. Covers are coming off.
Why do you need small string?
Because I got to tie a tarp over the hole.
Are they in any of these cubbies?
Hurry, it's raining.
What did you find?
Some of this.
Yeah, that looks like it will.
Alright, let's go see if this thing will fit. Why don't you set the camera over there so that I can get your help?
Okay.
Yeah, this is not going to work very well.
You sure?
Yeah, it's not big enough.
Not big enough?
Yeah.
Alright.
If I can find another one.
Okay, I'll just entertain them. We covered the windows with, I forgot. It's called garbage bags. We covered it with garbage bags and they're coming undone because we took the windows out. So we needed to cover it, but they're coming undone.
Still raining?
It's sprinkling a little bit.
That means it's too wet to tie stuff down.
It's really cold. It's really windy. But yeah. Move. Dad to the rescue again.
Well, this is what I was going to measure while I was here anyway. So, yeah, that's even less. That's only 1.5 inches.
These two are terrible. It's too windy, like up on this top part. So like that one's holding down really good. This is like, no, it doesn't want to stay. You got some boards?
Yep, you need to watch out. There you go.
You might need to secure those boards a little bit, Daddy. So how are you going to secure the boards?
I think they'll be okay.
Okay.
But I'm going to put some heavy on.
Okay, that might work better than just leaving them there.
You remember that air conditioner we took out?
That looks really heavy, Dad.
There.
Okay, what about the other one?
This one won't go anywhere.
Mm.
We might. What I'm trying to do is measure these because I have to figure out how to fill in the backside with something, and I also have to create some sort of a form for the pour foam, the structural pour foam that we're going to use. So I needed to know how high I need to be. These are 2 inches, so I need at least 1.5 inches. So I'm going to go see what I can find that I can make a mold out of,
Okay.
form out of, that will allow the foam to get the shape that we want. So I got that. Let's go to the store. We got to get food for dinner, and I got to get a tarp to cover that front.
Okay.
So that way. All right, let us go. Look how far down it is.
My hair's crazy. supposed to rain.
It is supposed to rain.
Bye-bye, boat.
Another day, another morning. Let's get up, let's get going. After reading all of our reference books and visiting with a good friend with much more experience than we have, we've come up with a plan. Thanks, Dan.
Move the air conditioner away. So this is part of the problem why these hatches leaked. This is about where they were sitting in the hole. But if you look down, the corner and over here too, all have little holes through the corners that allow water to get in there that were just filled in with like 5,200. That is a no-no. Okay.
So what's our plan, Stan?
We have this void right here that we need to fill in with something. I'm gonna get some great stuff, expanding foam, and I'm gonna fill in the back side of the gap so that we're going to buy some structural foam. It's a liquid 2-part mix that you can mix it and you can get it in different densities. And a 4-pound density in the cooler weather that we have right now will be about the same as a 6-pound density foam, which dries really hard. So the expandable foam will form a backer to keep it from running all the way down the headliner of the boat and give it a place to stop. And then the front end of that we can actually carve and shape and, you know, cut back to whatever we need with a saw to give us a little bit of a molding edge so that we can fiberglass over the top and underneath the boat to tie the two things together here, the headliner and the top of the deck, and give it some rigidity and stiffness and closure for the hatch. That's the plan in a nutshell,
So
without any mumbling.
What are we doing today?
I hope to get this somewhat prepped. I'm not going to be able to get it all prepped.
I didn't break the door.
Stuck.
I just closed it. Does the handle turn?
Yes, it turns, but I can't tell if it turns the latch.
Well, go out through the bathroom.
Okay. Hey,
I
might be able to get out of there actually. Kind of.
See, that's not too bad.
One of my pry bars in there somewhere. Here we go, hang on.
I just closed the door. Who knew it was going to break it? So it's just too tight because of the way the boat is sitting?
Yep. Well, and it doesn't quite push the latch over all the way. It leaves a little lip out, and that lip is behind here, and so it's so tight that you have to spread it open to get it out. So
until we're in the water, don't close the door.
I'll latch the door. You can do that. Just don't do any more than that. What a pain. Thought I was gonna die in here. It does have a hood. Oh, these are the good ones.
Where'd you get it?
Total Boat sent it with their stuff. When we buy paint from Total Boat and stuff, they usually send us stir sticks and stir cups, and they send us a bunch of these coveralls too. They're disposable, but now I can be like a true snowman. Once there was a snowman.
It's gonna be fun day today. I can see It's gonna be a fine day today. Just wait and see. Blue skies everywhere. Believe you me.
The aftermath of these kind of projects can be quite intimidating. The worst part is all the tiny pieces of fiberglass and the dust that gets everywhere, even behind the areas that we tarped off. I think it's time to call it a day. It's pretty outside tonight. Sometimes the boatyard can be the worst place ever, and other times it's not so bad. Pretty views and good friends take the edge off as we keep moving forward. Yes, refitting old boats means never knowing what to expect, but in the end, we know that all this work will be worth it. For our boat, for our family, and for the memories that we are creating together.
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground.
Thanks for watching, liking, and visiting our other platforms to give us a comment. We really appreciate all your support.
There to be by myself, only me. No one can guess what I came there to see.